Okay, so we're going to do new moon reading today. It is April 23rd, 2020. The 22nd was the day that we hit the full moon status, but the energies are still around us, and there still is plenty of time to plant those seeds and take some action steps in kind of manifesting what we need to or what we want to kind of, how do I want to say this? We don't have to do something big and grand, but every time we take a small step in the direction of whatever it is we want to manifest, we're telling not only ourselves, but others in our sphere of influence and the universe, if you will, God, if you will, yes, this is what I want. And so new moon energy definitely is about planting those seeds, and those can just be very basic baby steps: journaling, writing down lists, notes, ideas, doing a vision board, speaking out loud. I do a lot of talking and thinking in my head, and I don't do enough speaking my intentions out loud, and I am working on that myself, even in my prayers, to say them out loud, because our words are very powerful, as is writing. So many times when I have clients journal, I ask them to, do handwriting, okay? Different reasons for that, but those are the types of seed planting we can do during a new moon. So there's still time to do all of that, and we're in the new moon in the season of Taurus, which is a very practical, grounded, earthy energy. These are things that we want to maybe focus on more, like what are the things, the manifested things that we want to move towards. Of course, the cards will come out and we'll see where that goes. But Taurus is also very sensual, ruled by Venus. And Venus is going in retrograde, as I understand it. Somewhere like, did I just read May 13th, maybe? I think I heard and read May 13th. It goes into retrograde, but it's already kind of starting to, which means if you have something that you want to get for yourself, create for yourself, bring into your home or your space for yourself that feels sensual, a little bit luxurious, and you have a little extra to spend on that, go ahead and bring it in now. My natal moon is in Taurus, and so I'm constantly burning candles. I've got my pillows are all like fluffy and squishy, and my blankies, and I need that, or I can't be happy. I call my candles my friends. It's really weird, I know. And my crystals and anything, I can't afford a lot, but what I do decide to purchase feels like luxury to me. It doesn't have to be, what other people consider luxury. So think of those things for yourself. Okay, so let's get into it. I think I'm going to really just start doing my moon readings, where I do a collective moon reading, and then I'll do oracle cards for each sign. Okay, so let's get on with it. So I've got my Moonology deck here. So I told you what the new moon really right now is all about, but let's see if we can get any other messages, for this new moon. What does the collective need to know? Ooh, I need to slow down a little bit. Okay. You and your loved ones are safe. a time to give rather than take. Wow. You and your loved ones are safe, a time to give rather than take. Oh, and then here's the Virgo, a time to give rather than take. New moon. So we got 2 new moon energies here. Cancer is a sign of the mother, okay? And it is a sign of nurturing because of the mother, right? Cancer is ruled by the moon. We've been in a nodal axis between Capricorn and Cancer. So it's the mother, Cancer, and the father, Capricorn. We've been in that nodal axis, if you will. And so but we're leaving that real soon. And where in the heck are we going? I don't remember. One of my new things up and coming is I'm going to take an astrology class. I want to go back and kind of dig into where this all started for me, which was a fascination with astrology. But I really want to learn more about the actual, the science and the measuring and graphing and all of the other stuff that comes with it. So let's see. So we have a new moon in Cancer, and then we have a message of it's a time to give rather than take. And that's a new moon in Virgo. I mean, look, the blue and the green together, I just think Earth, right? I think this is a message for us that we are able, once again, we're in a symbiotic relationship with Mother Earth. She will give to us what we need and take care of us as we give to her what she needs and take care of her. And we're getting a chance, it's a new moon, to start, again, planting those seeds to figure out what is that going to look like now as we move into this new reality. We are somewhere in between what we once knew, where we were as a community, as a people, and where we're going. And we're in this interesting new moon phase of, well, it's in between where we were and where we're going. So I think we really do have to start reflecting and deciding, what is our why, and get the bottom of the deck is full moon in Leo, and this says don't let pride get in your way. I mean, oh my God, all this divisiveness, now we're already back into the Democrats versus the Republicans, and why choices are being made and where's money going to go, and it's like, are we seriously going to go here now? Is that where we want to go? I don't get it. I get that. Well, okay, so I don't want to, I apologize. I don't want to go down that road. But I think this is once again, this is new moon energy. Virgo also is a nurturer. Virgo is a healer. Virgo is a teacher. Virgo is a creator. And I can't say this enough. This just feels so motherly, and connected to the earth, but also like humanity. We are learning right now how much we all matter and depend on each other and depend on the earth and other animals. And we are all connected. We cannot afford to deny that anymore. All you have to do is look outside, step outside. Can you breathe better? Yes, you can. Not even, ugh, I get so worked up. And I don't need to, because people are going to do what they're going to do. But, okay, so what I just said, that's all great, but I'm going to read out of the book for any of the doubting Thomases or people who need a little bit more succinct verbiage or messages. I start talking in these readings, I will not remember what I said by the time we're 3 minutes past it. I know I rattle on, I know all of that. So here we go. Things are likely to get very heated. Sorry, that was the full moon. New moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. There's a new start coming in your private life. Something is rising up in connection with the people and places you hold dearest. This can be to do. Wow. Okay, so they have some typos in here too. All right, this can have to do with a member of your family, a flatmate, or moving house. If you're hoping to move forwards with something special in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you can do it. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take better care of yourself and nurture yourself more. If your insecurity is holding you back, that's something for you to work on now. Doing so could bring you your heart's desire. Make sure you put your family first. So I feel like this is the energy that we're in. We're already in it. We already know that we're quarantined, or we're under Corona quarantine, I guess. And we all are being asked to reevaluate our relationships with our families, with ourselves, with our communities. Like I said, with on a global scale, with Mother Earth, you know, and a lot of us are reevaluating our priorities and rethinking how do we want to live our lives, and, you know, maybe what work could even look like. Are we in a purposeful, meaningful career? Additional meanings, let someone get a bit closer to you. A new cycle is starting for your childhood children. It's time to review your goals. Have they changed? Meditation will help you banish your insecurities. Spending time near water will bring you peace and answers. It can be a super emotional time. Taurus, the moon is all about emotions, and Cancer is a water sign and also very emotional. Saying that, the moon is very happy in the sign of Cancer. It's one of her 2 home signs along with Taurus. So whenever you pull it, this card suggests that whatever happens next will be in your favor. It's especially positive for family members. Really, Taurus was ruled by Venus, so I'm not sure. Maybe I need to learn a little bit more about the moon's relationship with Taurus. But we are in a Taurus new moon, so even if that is a typo, kind of interesting for today. And the new moon in Virgo. One thing when you not only when you do kind of this kind of thing, but just in general life, when you follow a reader or even talk to a best friend about something, it's important that you also or primarily are listening to your own intuition. So, if what I'm saying resonates for you, great. That's a message for you, and take it and apply it as it needs to be applied. Or I try to remember to hold the images up to the camera. Use your own intuition. Wow, she's saying this, and I'm not invalidating what I'm saying, but these are general readings, so don't give me or hand me over your power. I think right now we've all been practicing mindfulness. We've all been learning and talking about trusting our intuition and, just be you and, trust yourself. And I believe all of that was leading us up to not only this moment, but the other tough times that are coming. And we need to be able to trust our gut and get ego out of the way. So, I don't know why I said that. A time to give rather than take. When this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? The new moon energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests you make that restart a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it, so if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. Virgo loves clean eating and alternative therapies, so add these to your routines now, however you've been feeling. If a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you're overanalyzing things or being too critical. It's time to ask less what someone else can do for you and to think more about what you can do for others. So really try to optimize this time. Look, we're all going to go towards our comfort foods, right? And we're in Taurus, so that's probably going to up. But we can balance it or make those comfort foods more enjoyable by practicing and eating them more mindfully and recognizing this is okay. So I'm eating this brownie because I'm really feeling like I need some comfort. This just feels good. It reminds me of Grandma's kitchen or, whatever. But throughout most of the day, to be really trying to choose those good, healthy, fresh foods and getting outside and exercising. And then rather than focusing on what we don't have and the restrictions placed on us, take the opportunity to really think, okay, so what can I focus on? What can I do with my current situation? And where can I give back? And what skills do I have that I can share with others, even if it's, just being a good listener. I don't say just, I'm a counselor, but being a good listener. If you can't do anything else, if you can't afford to donate, if you can't go to work, if you can't get out of your house and I don't know, drop off a meal to somebody, whatever it is, find out or think about, what you can give, and try not to worry about, what you're not getting. It's hard. It's really hard because we do have some real true survival issues at hand, but recommit to healthy morning and evening routines. It's another thing. We don't have to do giant big projects. We don't have to reinvent the wheel right now. We're not in that place right now. Right now we're in the thinking and the dreaming. But in order to try to reestablish some sense of structure and stability in our life, it's okay and probably necessary. And I've seen and heard it a lot this past week of people really kind of getting sick and tired of the disorder in their life and really getting that kind of itchiness to, okay, I need to figure out like something a little bit healthier, a little bit that's going to help me to be able to think clearer because I have a little bit of structure in my life. So that could be a morning routine and an evening routine. What works for you? And then do that every single day. Gradual improvements are coming. Pay attention to detail if you want success. Be of service to others, and love and money will follow. The person you're asking about, if you were thinking about a special person or a partner or somebody you want to work with, I don't know, loan officer, is reliable. The teaching, Virgo is a sign of health, service, and analysis. Its energy is precise and has a feel of the harvest about it. When this card comes up, it could be that a wonderful bounty is coming your way. However, the energy of the new moon in Virgo is usually about getting your life in order. So that's what you need to do at the time of the Virgo new moon and whenever else you pull this card. And Taurus, they like stability. They are about creating wealth. All the earth signs are. They are slow and steady and stable, and security wins the race. So kind of figure out what those things are for you. Okay, well, I'm just really in love with the cards that came out. So beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down here. These guys over here, and hopefully you can see them or remember them. I'm going to put some of my stones that are really adapted to Mother Nature over here. There's a moon stone. What is it? Weeping. Okay. All right. So, what do we need to know? What is the situation here regarding you? You and your loved ones are okay. You and your loved ones are safe. All right. We've got the Emperor. Rules, structure, leadership, society, boundaries. You know, how do I say this? How do we, or what is important to us as far as our government is concerned, as far as the leaders of our government, our rules, the structure of our civilization? You know, what is important to us? That's what we're looking at. The new moon, again, on the micro level, so the individual level and the macro level, whether it's our government or the world together working in tandem. I mean, what are brand new start, brand spanking new with the Emperor as the situation that we really need to be thinking about and looking at. Also ruled by Aries, or a symbol of Aries. The Emperor is the symbol of Aries. We got the little things are called rams, you know, and there's little things. So beginning. Just FYI, the planets right now are aligned in the same ways, many of them, in the same ways that, and they're rare, in which they were aligned during the lead up to the American Revolution and the Civil War and many other things. But, you know, we've got Aries energy here. Talking about government, talking about rulership, governorship. Yeah, and the Magician, ooh, and the Devil. Dang. Okay, I guess I have to deal with this. At the bottom of the deck. Okay, so don't be afraid of the Devil. This is a card of Capricorn and of Saturn. Saturn is a major player right now in that lineup. Major, okay? The Magician card is about manifesting, knowing that we have everything that we need to manifest. On the dark side, on the shadow side of the Magician is what I would call a master manipulator. Could be a narcissist, could be a trickster. That's on the shadow side. But at the highest level, it's someone who takes their spiritual it's like a knowing. Like, they know they're connected here, and they have this grasp and power to harness it, their connection to the spirit, and manifest, use all the tools that are given to us on earth to manifest whatever it is that we need, right? Okay, so his wand, spiritual wand, is white, pure, up and moving towards the heavens, pointing down towards the earth, right? The Devil's is the fire energy, moves down towards the earth. There, I'm giving you too much, probably just too much information, but we have a choice here. The card following that was Two of Cups. So there's a choice in how we want to partner. How do we want to partner? What do we want to build? Saturn, ruler of Capricorn, the master builder, is like our tough love dad. This lesson will be repeated until it is learned. Have we learned lessons? We have a choice. In the astrological world, it's like a meteorologist, right? Like talking about the weather. Well, this is astrological weather. And anybody can learn it. But it doesn't always, you know, people are like, well, I don't like it. It's, you know, predicting and the devil and all that. No, it isn't. There are patterns and themes, and there's history to draw from. Okay, so when these clouds are moving in this direction and they start spinning really fast, and there's a cold front here and there's a warm front there, bam, you got a tornado. Does it always turn into a tornado? No. Does everybody get pissed off at the poor meteorologist? Yes. He's damned if he does, and he's damned if he doesn't. So he does his best to warn everyone. So right now, the planets are lining up. The Spanish flu was the same thing. We're going through the same thing, same astrological combos. There's pandemics, there's wars. rumors of wars, all of that, everything that, anyway, you get what I'm saying. Okay, so we have a choice. Okay, so what do we need to do? Or let me rephrase that. What could we do for humanity on the individual and the collective level together for our highest good, for the highest good of all, for the highest good of all. Wow. You know what? This is, everybody wants, not everybody, but we all feel better with certainty. And one of the sort of most frightening existential issues is that we have choice. We have the freedom to choose. Why doesn't somebody tell me what to do? Why can't you tell me what I'm supposed to be doing? Well, because you have to grow and you have to make your own choices and you have to learn from your past, and you are free to make choices. I think that's a huge theme right now. So, what? Oh, no. All right. Okay. I'm not going to pay attention to the bottom. Well, all right. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Pentacles, okay? She's almost at the 10. Independent, at ease, covered in the cloak of Venus. Okay, she's in abundance. Abundance is a feeling. One person could have $10 in their pocket and feel so abundant, so trusting in life and in God and in their purpose and in their faith, whatever, that they can take that $10 and there will always be enough. And there, in fact, there's more than enough. I can give $2. I can give and more will come back. That for me, that's what this is about. She's independent, but she's trusting and she's cloaked in abundance. Because there are other people, and we all know them, who have millions of dollars, and that's just not enough, is it? Let them eat cake. And underneath her, we have the World card. Okay, endings, also beginning, and strength. Okay, so this is if you don't remember, the bottom of the deck is sort of like this overall energy that's moving, from before and through, and, kind of moving this energy along. But like the World card, we also have the Wheel of Fortune. This was in the position where I asked, what can we do that is going to be the highest benefit for all of us, right? Individual and collective level. So we got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10, which is a 1 and a 0. It's an ending and a beginning together. Okay, the wheel always turns. We need to let something turn and move into calmer waters, smoother waters. Who are you? Are you this guy that's helping these people? Or are you these people? And you need help right now? We can all do this together. Moving into calmer, smoother waters together. and let this wheel turn. Move from what we've known in the past to where we're going, to a new future, a new earth, a new existence, a new way, a new humanity is what I want to say. Humanity. Moved by the wand. This is a very dark, right? Black, it's a long rod of potential. Okay. What is the possible outcome? Oops. Just for the length of this, because I just talked way too much. I'm just gonna do for the oracle cards. I'll do water signs. I'm trying to say is I'll divide the oracle cards into the elements. Okay. All right. So the potential outcome here is yes. There is going to be grieving. We need to grieve. We don't need to stay there, okay? Because there's 2 cups, which we saw earlier, right behind this person, that when they turn around, they pick them up and they can cross that bridge. Okay? It is appropriate for all of us, and we all are doing it. We all have been. We've been talking about it. Grieving in our own ways, and that looks different moment to moment, I guarantee you. But then we turn around and we pick up those 2 cups and we say, okay, now what? That's the energy moving towards that 10th pentacle. Manifesting. Joy. It's, for me, this is like, you be you, boo. But go back to the authentic you and let that you shine. The baby you before it was like corrupted. And it can be a rebirth of that you. I believe if we're growing, we're rebirthing ourselves about every 10 years. But okay. So there's that potential. We're going to have to work together. We're going to have to collaborate. Yeah. Okay. And again, so that was all at the bottom of the deck energy. Okay. Pat moving through. And here's the card that came out for the potential outcome. And if we let this wheel turn and we move into calmer waters and we're working together towards this new humanity, this new order, civilization, governorship, politics, whatever you want to call it, the way we live community, we have this brand new beginning. And we will need to take some time to really contemplate, where are we going to go? Plant this. what do I want to do with this now that I have accepted and I see, I see this opportunity? What am I going to do with it? Me. I. It may feel very foreign, right? It may feel like a whole new land, but the little sprigs are coming out, and it's all about you, your will, your courage, your drive, your intention, those seeds that we're planting right now. What is going to light your fire? What is your why? Okay, now, what is a potential block? I already pre-shuffled these, so I'll just do it one more for you to see, but let's look at a potential block. What could block us and keep us from moving into these calmer waters? Oh, no, that's my fault. From moving into these calmer waters. Let's see what wanted to come out. From letting that wheel of fortune turn. From letting the old go and moving us into the new. Working together. What are the potential blocks? What do we need to be aware of? Okay, so we got Seven of Swords here. So something is hidden, okay? Maybe something that we don't know about right now. And I say maybe, and I mean, of course, we don't know. We all know we don't know what we don't know right now. All right, so we've got the Diva, Queen of Wands, okay? We've got the King of Swords. And we've got the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm going to interpret this as potential blocks here. I think the potential blocks really does have to do with our current leaders. Has to do with, in this deck, interestingly, and I have nothing against these people, but I against these people. It's just because of the energy that they're in. I'm just looking at the blacks. Wait, did I just say the energy that they're in? Because of the position that they're in, okay? So then I said, what are the potential blocks? So these can be actual people. The court cards can be actual people in a block position. It will be, for me, like the darker side of that. And so for me, the Queen of Wands is a diva. Okay. She is narcissistic. She wants all the things, all the time, all the attention. Throws a freaking hissy fit if she doesn't get it. That's the dark side of her. Okay. King of Swords. In this deck, his sword is straight up. It's kind of, once again, it's like my truth is the truth. So we have two leaders here that show up that are potentially well, like we see now, right? Like me versus you. What I want and say and need matters more than what you want and say and need, right? And then we've got this little guy out on the beach trying to navigate his steps, walking ever so gently, making a choice. We have to choose. You know, the potential black is being uncertain of our choices. Or maybe even believing that it's only two choices that we have. Maybe there's a third. Maybe we need to learn to work together to balance all of the energies, and we're just not willing to do that. We're stuck in the ego. We're stuck in the narcissism. We're stuck in the, you know, the old way. Mm-hmm. It's about making choices. And there's potential deception here, or something that we don't know about being withheld. Okay, so let's start with the in honor of Taurus, season of Taurus. Let's start with the earth elements. So our earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay? Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. What are the messages for the earth signs? The oracle messages. This is from, again, the Spirit Animal Oracle, which love the art on these cards and the messages and the way they are coming out. So for earth, for the earth elements during the new moon in Taurus time, what do us earthlings need to know? And you can check your chart and see, or check also your rising sign, your moon sign, and your Venus sign for these messages. Wow. Okay, come on. Let me stop talking. Okay. So just pull one. Okay. Pull it off the top of the deck. Beaver spirit. Yep. Lay a solid foundation. So cute. And look at all that green. Beavers are builders. Okay. And it's a 6. I love that. Number 6. To me, it's a very harmonious number, working in harmony in all ways. But let me, wait, that's not the right, okay. Beaver Spirit is here to tell you about a power living within you that is born of spirit, the source from which all life arises. This is the power to establish the sacred connection with the universal consciousness so you can deliberately co-create the world you desire. Know that it takes work, determination, and sustained effort to co-create and lay a solid foundation for your dreams. If, with Spirit as your partner, you bring the twigs and branches of your intentions and desires and spread them across the river of time, you'll be amazed at what you can do. You will find that you can even change the direction of the flow of life. Are you kidding me? Yes. No, not kidding. You can ensure that your world will be prosperous and purposeful, filled with love and joy and rich with magic and meaning. That which you desire will come to you and remain sustainably if you build on a sturdy foundation. Keep your intention and energy consistent and deliberate, using all your resources and the energy of this wonderful, productive time. Have faith, for with Spirit to co-create with you, your success is assured. Spirit is your partner, helping you along as you change the course of your life in the way your heart desires. It's exactly this reading, right? Okay. And everything that I said before it. Setting your intentions and then taking those baby steps, co-creating, so that God in the universe says, okay, this is where you want to go. All right, here's your next step. Beaver Spirit has come to warn you to check for rotten wood in the foundations of your dreams. Perhaps you built your hopes on faulty promises or wishful thinking, that something would work out just because you wanted it to. Maybe you made choices from a place of unworthiness, hoping that once you got what you desired, it would somehow change you and make everything better. And you had to face the truth that it didn't. Or Beaver Spirit may be telling you that it's time to accept things as they are and perhaps consider abandoning the project, relationship, or situation so you can make room for something better. Perhaps you need to go back and rebuild a solid foundation because what you desire may not be in alignment with what your soul intends. I do believe we're all here intentionally to have this experience and to be here as founders. We had our ancestors were founding fathers in any life that we're in right now, but then we get to set the motion for our future generations to come. Beaver Spirit says you can always get busy and build something fresh and new if the desire is true. All manner of miracles can spring up from a new strong foundation when you remember your partnership with Spirit. Be clear about what you're building and why, choosing from a place of worthiness, well-being, and wholeness. Self-understanding and acceptance will provide you with a solid blueprint to begin again. Get busy now. Okay, and I love these little postcards from Spirit. You know what? I think I'll just do one for the collective. I've talked enough. Okay, so that was for our, okay, that was for our earth signs. Okay, so let's look at water signs because we have the Cancer new moon energy here. Sorry, come out. Water signs are going to be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Water signs. Water signs. What message do you have for the water signs during this new moon in Taurus? Okay, there's something about Venus. That's just coming to my head, okay? All right, they just said just pick one already. All right. Oh, cow spirit. The miracles are endless. So cute. All right. I'm just having a moment over here. We're just loving the artistry. Cow spirit. Number 15. So that also resonates to number 6. Again, harmony. I'd like to build the world. What? That song, the old Coca-Cola song. I'd like to. That was the jingle, but it was taken from another song. I'd like to. I'll look it up. The miracles are endless. You are at a beautiful point in your life today, for your needs are being met effortlessly and in so many ways. Fully embrace this truth by focusing on all you have right now, including the positive relationships that sustain you, the work you are proud to do to contribute to the world, and the activities that inspire you and nourish your soul. Again, that came out in the reading. Cow spirit nudges you to pay attention because this is the perfect time to focus on the choices, actions, and behaviors that you know feed your soul and bring your heart contentment. Now is also the time when you will see many of your projects and commitments that were set in motion in the past begin to yield valuable gifts that you will bring. In the past, begin to yield valuable gifts that will bring you joy and love and sustain you for a long time to come. Stay positive and share your well-being with others. The more you share, the more you will manifest, so be generous. The more you share, the more you will manifest. Cow spirit promises you will never run out of miracles. Wow, I'm having a hard time talking. Sorry. Cow spirit asks you to pay attention to how you nourish your mind, body, and spirit, because right now you are wobbling around like a newborn calf on its unsteady legs. Perhaps you've been spending too much time distracting yourself on the internet, or obsessing over a relationship, or choosing to eat food that is not healthy. Can't make this stuff up. You're being nudged to assess how you are looking after your needs. Remember, the universe has a way of reflecting back to you events and conditions that match how you treat yourself. Cow spirit reminds you that the universe wants to give you the very best, but needs you to do your part to participate and nourish your well-being. Heed her message and everything will shift in your favor. Lovely. Okay, let's move into fire sign. So fire sign energy, or fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. If you know, oh my gosh. This is good. All right, one step. Sorry, that song is still playing in my head, and I think it's I like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honeybees and snow white turtle dove. So that energy, back when, we've been here before where, people were really wanting to stop senseless killing and wanting peace and to be at one, and it was imbalanced in all ways, right? And so, you know, time is cyclic. It moves in cycles, sort of. I believe everything is happening in the now, but that's another thing. But in our conscious awareness, it's very cyclical. And so I think that song was, what, 60s or 70s? And now we have a chance to really do it. To do what our ancestors, parents, aunts, grandparents, whoever, were singing, talking about, marching for, going to war, just really working out that struggle. Okay. I like to build the world of home. Okay, be quiet. Fire energy. What do the fire signs need to know? Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What was that? Okay, take one in already. Crow spirit, co-create with spirit. 17 resonates to the number 8. All right. I don't know if we hear a crying baby or a cat in heat somewhere. Crow spirit. As you look around you, can you sense the magic that pulses through the world? Have you witnessed how every thought can become a thing? How every intention can call the universe into action as the sacred laws shape what you experience? The universe works in perfect order. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with spirit, you will want to crow with delight, feeling the excitement and wonder of being in harmony with something much larger than yourself. When you set intentions or do a vision board or journal or write things down, take time to imagine that in your mind, what it would look like, okay? And then pay attention as you're bringing into your awareness the scene, what you're feeling, where you're feeling it in your body. What does it feel like? And then set your intention to feel that, to return to your intentions and bring up that feeling every day. That's the thing. That's what I was talking about earlier about abundance. Abundance isn't necessarily like the amount of the stuff, the amount of the money. It's a feeling, it's a sense of abundance. I have enough, and not only that, I have enough and more. And okay. Crow Spirit says you are right on target now to see your dreams magically come into being in the visible world. The laws of abundance, compensation, frequency, and praise are operating in your favor now. Remember to be grateful and praise what is yours, even if it is still coalescing into form, still residing in the invisible realms of co-creation. We're that in between from what we once knew and had to where we are going and manifesting, right? So even if we don't know quite yet, we're in that invisible realm of co-creation. No matter what area of your life you're concerned with now, what you hope for is on its way, for spirit is your co-creation partner and power. Crow Spirit wants to know why you think there is no magic in the world. Or do you believe that there once was, but it ran out, leaving nothing but ordinariness? Is that a word? Although conditions have become challenging, you have no reason to believe that everything you've set an intention will elude you. Right now, the outer world is shifting. Can you feel? Oh my God, I just had this horrible scare that I was not recording. God, can you feel it? Maybe you are fretting about experiencing the results of some of your poor choices or judgment from the past. Crow spirit is here to remind you that you can always course correct and get back on track. Maybe you've been hit by a loss or disappointment as a result of an event that had absolutely nothing to do with your manifesting, yet it has shaken you to your core. Crow spirit asks you to trust that no matter the temporary conditions, things will right themselves very soon. The law of balance makes it inevitable that this too shall pass. Lovely. Gosh, these are wonderful. Great. Okay. And finally, we will get a message for air signs. And the air signs are Gemini. No, sorry, I want to shuffle that again. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You know, we've got the Queen of Wands here and the King of Swords. So we've got fire and air. You know, things could get really heated as we move through this kind of choice point, or this new time of creating, deciding. In America, we have an election coming up, or in the United States in November, with the mixture of this, in this sort of what's our block position. And I know that the planets are aligning in that direction anyway, but we do have choices. Okay. I know that just seemed like I needed to say that right now. So for our air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Ooh. Wombat spirit. Be at home, 68. Is that the last card of the deck? Oh, and look at that. At the bottom of the deck is Koi Fish Spirit. There is always enough. I just want to show you the card just because it's pretty. Wombat Spirit for air signs. 68, which would be 14, which would be 5 change. Okay. 68. 60. Is it the last card of the deck? It is. Be at home. You know, home is here. Of course, we have our home. Our house, our dwelling. Well, let's see what it says here. Burrowing deep into the ground, remaining safe, sound, and well-fed with family is a special trait of the wombat. Home sweet home is always available if you recognize that well-being is the truth of life. Wombat spirit reminds you that to be truly at home in the world, you need to find comfort within your own skin. You do this by accepting all your experience without judgment, through a deep honesty and love of life. When you feel the freedom to be yourself, you can begin to truly feel at home in your life with your family and tribe. Right now, you're in a beautiful place where you can hang up the coat of your identity and settle into a true sense of home and well-being, understanding that all is well. Everything you do from this place rings true in harmony with spirit. I like this. Right now, you're in a beautiful place where you can hang up the coat of your identity. To me, that's another way of saying ego, the role that you play, you know, who you have kind of portrayed yourself, and just be with you, your heart, right? Could it be that you're not feeling comfortable in your own skin, thinking that the only way you can be with others is to hide under the protection of a mask or identity you created to protect yourself from getting hurt? This mask or persona is supposed to make you look strong, but it really just robs you of your integrity. Wombat spirit arrives to nudge you to drop the false masks because it is not others who will hurt you now. It is you who are hurting yourself when you aren't being authentic. It's okay though. You can course correct if you are willing to be yourself no matter what comes. Even if others are not in agreement with your authenticity, you are safe with spirit. Who is the new me? What do I want to create? If I didn't have to play a role, if I could accept that we are in a new space, right? Oh, okay. And then one postcard from Spirit. This deck is literally called Postcards from Spirit. Okay, for the collective, for everyone, just to finish this off. New moon reading in Taurus. Oh, thank you. Wow, there's many of them. Let's see. Dear you, there's always more than one side to an argument, two sides, if not more, to every story, and hundreds of ways to be right, be different, be at odds, and so on. Today we suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternate plan might be laid. Stay out of judgment too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, experiences, and journeys, and some people might refuse to remain open to another's point of view. No matter what, you've been presented with a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things once common ground is reached. You're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. We love you so much. Again, we already discussed that. This could be talking to the potential block, okay? We don't want to do, a this or a that. We got to, it's not a me or a you, it's a we. Dearest you, you have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill, but first you need to know what destiny isn't a destination. You don't arrive at a special place where, poof, you're perfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment to a certain experience, whatever form that takes. Your soul knows what you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd to listen to your soul. You are special as much as you are also paradoxically one with the world, individual yet part of a great whole. Both is going to make me cry. That's the whole why and the message that I want to convey with Honeybeeyoutarot. And so, wow. Both truths have led you to this moment where we are saying you are on the right track. Even if your ego self doesn't see that, listen to your soul, check in with spirit, and keep going. Spirit loves you. Life loves you. We love you. Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story, one in which you are a victim of someone else's actions or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses, wow, that spread to others, and that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. Oh, Lordy, Lord, Lord. I guess I don't have anything more to say. I think that was a very spot on, amazing reading. And I hope we get this right. Take care in the meantime.